welcome to Illuminating Reality. Just call me Sunshine. So there's an energy. So for my star seeds, I've been picking up on my star seeds, my galactic messengers, my spiritual students. And as a spiritual teacher myself, I wanted to help enlighten, because there's like a stigma around spirituality, right? So I already have a pre-pool for this reading. Keep in mind that these readings are general. Take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? But we're going to be teaching in depth about spirituality for my star seeds that are awakening, okay? And those who are going through spiritual awakenings. Because the first card you had come out is Overwhelm and Plenty Overflow, okay? And before I pulled that card of the general energy, I was using my star seed deck because I wanted to teach today. And so many cards came out. Like this plus more came out. And I was like, oh my God, Spirit, we can't teach them all this in one day. So like this is going to be a little like, it'll have its own playlist. What should I call it? I'll figure out what to call it after and you'll see. But so I'm going to pick from this deck and we're going to learn about some things and how they work, because I know that some of my star seeds and those who are awakening right now and those who are just now starting the path, it's a lot. It's a lot when you start realizing the meanings and the connections of the synchronicities, the messages, the symbols and signs. It's a lot, okay? And if you ain't been doing it or been studying it, like, you know, because so like how my spiritual journey started, it started when I was younger, probably about like 13, okay? And I started noticing signs and things like that. Things, you know, I started noticing it then, but I didn't really get the chance to really truly delve into it until I was 18. And then I really started like delving into it because I really wanted to learn more and I felt called to learn more, and Spirit wants me to be a teacher. There are many different, you know, people and teachers out here, you know, different energies and whatnot, you know. So we're going to go ahead and get into it so I can help y'all sort through the overflow. Don't feel overwhelmed, okay? Do not feel overwhelmed. You're going to take it one day at a time, but also at the same time, if you're awakening, it's because God or Spirit has planned for you to awaken. And anything that comes into your path is 244, okay? Anything that comes into your path is not something that you can't handle. God or Spirit wouldn't give it to you unless you could handle it, okay? My elevated individuals. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get like 3 cards because, all right, we have Trailblazer. Soul Purpose. I probably need to go get my my Purpose deck so I can help some of y'all figure out your purpose a little more if you're feeling a little lost in it. We have Energy Grid. Just 4 cards. All right, and Spirit Guide. That's all I'm gonna do today. Okay. Put these right here. Okay. So we have Trailblazer, taking spiritual risk and creating innovation and being a leader. So that is definitely the energy. So as a starseed, a galactic individual or angel, or as an elevated being or someone who is meant to be on a higher energy scale, you're realizing that you had to separate from certain things, kind of like with with religion. So previously it wasn't a choice, but most of my life it was surrounded by religion and Christianity until I figured out, you know, what's more for me, and always felt that religion and Christianity was never for me. I knew from jump, like from beginning. I was that kid that always hated going to church. Yeah, never wanted to go, and it just didn't feel like my path. It didn't align with me and who I am and my own soul purpose and what God has put and instilled in me. So, you know, taking a spiritual risk, that's like you're you started noticing some things, whether or not in like different beliefs and whatnot. And it all comes together. So like in spirituality, religion has been a teacher, like Christianity has been a teacher, Islamic beliefs have been a teacher, Buddhism has been a teacher, just so many different things. I've been to an Indian temple. Just, you know, you're taking that chance. It feels like that energy. You're taking a chance and you're branching out. You're branching out and you're learning a whole lot more, and you're kind of like feeling like a little overwhelmed, but it's okay. You're creating something new for yourself and learning something new for yourself. Because, you know, when you separate off of the traveled path, like, okay, let's say in the woods, you know, when people are out walking, or, you know, those people who ride dirt bikes and four-wheelers, they're consistently going down a path. It stays there, okay? That path stays there, and it's like you don't have to go off the path because everybody's following it. But with spirituality, because it's following your own path, you have to get off the path that everybody else has traveled. And then you go off into new area, a path in the woods that's not cut out for you. And, you know, you walk and you find the destination where your heart is leading you to. Okay? And that takes me down to soul purpose. You are on the right path. Your mission is within. You are being guided. Okay? So some energies, you know, this area comes with dealing with spirits and energies. So, you know, there's going to be things like you might even be seeing stuff out the corner of your eye. Like, you ever been standing somewhere or, you know, doing something and then you see a shadow out the corner of your eye, but when you look directly, you can't see it? Or have you ever felt like the presence, like confirmation. You ever felt like there was an energy in the room? Like you're by yourself, but you feel like you're not by yourself. You know what I mean? Like physically you are alone in the area, but you can feel the other energies, or like something is present, whether or not it is a low vibrational frequency or a high vibrational frequency. And it's becoming aware that the world, or I'm not even gonna say the world because it's not, like the universe is so much bigger than what you thought it could be or what you were taught it could be. And, you know, depending on whether or not you are in a area or you grew up in a family that already knows and actually taught you these things, then, you know, you're a bit more lucky. But if you're someone like me who didn't have that, like not as many people that you could go for that, you had to like cut out your own path and figure out your own way, trial and error. That's a big energy in spirituality. And then we have energy grid, recharging your spirit, getting a cosmic boost, and being empowered. And it kind of looks like robot legs right here, like a robot standing on a time clock on concrete. It's like realizing that you're more than just like, you know, you're more than the average person. You're more than the average being. And it's just because God made you that way. And, you know, with the system that we're in now, you're taught like after school, like, well, even like during school, the way that they do school is it trains you up for a 9 to 5. Like you go to school for 8 hours and then you get out. It's kind of like when you go to work later in life, like they train you to get up early and go to work and, you know, go work your life away for somebody else. And, you know, retirement age is so late, like so late. Why is retirement age so much later in life? By the time you get to retirement age, if you haven't really taken care of yourself in the ways that you need to, then you're not even really able to spend or do that, like spend the money or spend the time or have the energy to do all the things that you wanted to do. So it's best to start while you're young. And then you have spirit guides. Listen for divine messages. Look to your dreams. You are protected. Okay? So you're being guided by your spirit guides. Like I said, those energies, they're always present around you. It's just a lot of you are actually starting to be more aware of the energies that are present around you. And being consciously aware, not subconsciously aware, but consciously aware, okay, of the energies around you. Let's see. Feeling, let's say, trailblazer. get some clarification. When you start on your spiritual journey, you're gonna feel like everything is unreal. Like, you start to realize certain things, and you just realize how unreal the world is, and how much realer the vast possibilities in the universe are, and the things that are actually, like, things that they said weren't real are real. Kind of like vampires, sirens, werewolves, all that stuff. All right, Trailblazer. Okay, so what made you separate and, you know, start taking your own path and walking your own path was because you felt like there was something different. Like this Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Six of Wands, you might be seeing 444. You knew that there was more. You were holding on to like something. Either you were holding on to something material, and when it left you or got taken from you, that there was like a trauma there. So trauma is a eye opener. Traumatic experiences are energy, situations, and things that will open up or even activate your spiritual abilities or make you more aware or more conscious. And because you, or even like say somebody else, you might even notice somebody else doing something, you're like, that don't feel right, like that ain't for me. And it just, when you try it, it ain't feel right, it ain't work. And you can't force it. Like you can't force nothing to work. Whatever's gonna work is gonna work. Dealing with spirituality is like, my star seeds, you get to a point where you realize how connected things are, and that some things are the way that they are, and you just have to be okay with it. Like, just let it be. Spirituality is about actually just letting things be. Okay? And you had situations before, things that were given to you, or situations or experiences that were given to you. And you had some things that were given to you that you weren't really, like, you didn't feel fulfilled by them. You didn't feel satisfied by them. You knew that with this Six of Wands, that there was more out there for you, that there were more possibilities, more chances, different paths, and things like that for you. Because you are a natural born trailblazer, natural born transformative energy. Okay? This is a very interesting energy. So it's like, my collective, you're very interested. You're intrigued, okay? You are intrigued by the things that you do not know. You are intrigued by the things that, the unknown. You're intrigued by, you know, the greater scheme of things, okay? You're intrigued by overstanding. You would rather overstand and not understand, okay? And to understand is just to, you know, understand the basics of how something works. To overstand is to understand how it works and get why it is actually taking place. What in the world? I got card backwards. Ha! And I just said transformative energy. And the card that was flipped is death. Death is a transformative energy. Okay, so you're probably learning about like life and death. So when it comes to this level, death is not the end. Death is just a transformation, whether it is physically or like energetically, because everybody goes through deaths even before they die. And it's not even like, death is just an ending, but where there is an ending, there is a new beginning. In this physical plane, when your physical body dies, your spirit continues on. But like throughout life, you go through different deaths, whether it's ego deaths. So you might be going through that too right now. You might be going through an ego death. And It's like, it's where you release the parts of yourself, the things that were taught to you that no longer or never did resonate with you. 16. Big changes and like new beginnings and endings for the betterment of yourself and your highest good. Okay. So your soul purpose could have been, you're like, is or has something to do with transforming, whether it is transforming yourself or transforming the world around you. But you realize that you must first transform yourself in order to transform the world around you, because it first starts with you. Spirituality is about going within and healing, actually doing the work to better yourself and better your habits and make positive changes for yourself in order to see them on the outside. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, got the Empress come out. Okay, so you are an energy that is meant to either like be leading or to be like, to truly be fulfilled by whatever you're doing, or whatever you would actually like to do. So think back to when you were a child, or even the things that you want to do now. Do you have any things that it's like you want to do them so bad, like you got a whole bucket list, like you want to do them, you feel called to different places, like maybe you feel called to travel somewhere. Look at the places where you feel like you've always wanted to go. Okay, they're not gonna stop me from talking. So there's an energy that just tried to stop me, like they want me to stop. No, not meant to. All right, clear out the energy. But you're feeling, let me see. Yeah, you're supposed to have new ideas and new things and be okay with those ideas for yourself, because those ideas are what will truly, you have the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that is a lot. Okay, that is high elevation. That is a lot of passion. That is making your dreams come true. That is taking accountability and authority over your decisions and your own life path. Okay. And now I know this is a lot, and this ain't even half of it. This ain't even a pinch of it. Okay. We'll see how far we get into that on here. But what do you think so far? Like, what have you noticed in your life that made you want to dive more into spirituality? Okay? What things in yourself have you noticed? What unique, authentic energies that come from you made you feel that you're different, made you feel like you can be different, and know that you are different? Okay, because my star seeds, my celestial beings, gods, goddesses, you are more than what you thought you could ever be. And when you truly realize that, 311, that is when you truly hit like a limitless place in life. Because when you realize that you're actually not limited, you are only limited as much as you limit yourself. Once you stop limiting yourself and realize, what actually is for you, you will have unlimited amounts of possibilities, unlimited amounts of creativity, unlimited amounts of energies. I'm feeling huge divine feminine energy here. So my divine feminines as well. Like, this is just all my collective. Those that I speak to are elevated individuals, and that's just who I'm meant to speak to, help guide you to be elevated, because there are energies in the world. One thing that you'll realize, there are energies who are put here to just get in your way. There are energies who are put here to just to either hurt you, to help you grow. Yeah, literally. There are energies here that are put here to try to get in your way, obstacles, so that you can overcome them. 422. Okay, energies. So go ahead and start looking up angel numbers too. So angel number 422, look it up and go see what that number means and see if you resonate with what it means at this time in your life. Okay, But spirit guides. Okay. King of Pentacles. You got a King of Wands out here. You got a King of Pentacles out here. King of Pentacles came out under spirit guides. So you're like on the spiritual area, on the spiritual side of things, you are very wealthy. You are very wealthy. You are protected, okay? You are protected by spirit guides. You're protected by ancestors. You're protected by angels. You are protected by God. You are protected by higher energies, okay? And whatever path you are meant to take is what you will take. Kind of like if you're interested, if you've ever been interested in zodiac signs, just go look up. Like whatever you're interested in, go look it up and find out more about it and see if if you connect with anything, and if you would like to learn more, then you can learn more. There's nobody or nothing that can stop you from learning about what you would like to learn about. But I will read out zodiac energies that I have here. So I have Taurus. I have big Taurus energy here. So you could be a Taurus. I have Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy here. I have water sign energy here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have straight earth sign energy here too. Taurus, no, not Gemini. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Well, there's that Gemini energy that just came through. So yeah, it's a lot. And I felt called to make this video so that for those who are interested, knowing that you really can. Because since I started my own spiritual journey and became aware of my spiritual journey and my transformation, I have healed so much in myself, okay? I've healed so many childhood wounds. I've healed so many childhood traumas, adult traumas. I've healed so many generational curses within myself so that they won't affect my own children, so that I won't have to repeat the mistakes of the past just for the betterment of myself and my own future. Because it takes making better decisions for yourself in the present now to affect the future. Right? Because what we have is today. Yesterday is history. What is it? Master Oogway. Okay? Like Master Oogway. You also notice a lot of different signs, and whether it be animes, cartoons, different TV shows. You'll know. Start listening to that feeling. Like you can feel what's real. Ashe, okay? I feel what is real. Okay? You feel what's real. There might be times where you might feel like on the journey, you're gonna feel like you tripping. You're gonna feel like you tripping, but I promise you're not tripping. And once you believe yourself and realize that you're not tripping, you'll make the connection later or in that moment of whatever you noticed or whatever, something like that, and how it is connected. Okay? All right, my energies, my beautiful celestial beings, my elevated beings. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this reading here. And it's just inspiration for you to not let yourself, 844, look up what 844 means. But for me, because I study numerology, 8 is personal power. 44 is it's a huge level of stability. Like you're gaining stability over your own power and your knowledge and your inner being and your inner voice, okay? And you have nothing to be afraid of. It's not what you think it is, okay? Don't allow those, those outside voices, all the noise in the background, all the noise on the outside and stuff like that detour you. Because at the end of the day, whatever you need to know, whatever you need to do, all that comes from inside of you. And generally, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of energies just project on you, and realize that everybody speaks from their own experience. We speak to our own experience when giving advice or something like that. Unless you're a spiritual messenger, and then you're not able to just speak from your experience. You're able to speak from directly from the source. The source will speak to you to speak to others. And or speak to you and tell you what to do, whatever needs to be done. Ooh, that was interesting. Also like the stigma on incense. Incense are great energy elevators. Kind of like, okay, so sage is something that actually clears out demons, low energy, and spirits. So if you ever sage and you know somebody has an issue with you saging, and rather than, you know, them liking it, they're a lower frequency energy. And if you sage yourself, if you ever feel like low energy, sage yourself, okay? And you will automatically notice your energy elevate. Sage comes from before any type of belief, religion, any of that. It was used by Native Americans in different other world countries, or native or aboriginal beings, to cleanse out energies. So start studying. Look into crystals. Do you like crystals? I love crystals. Like amethyst, chakras, or chakras. Let me say it right, because that's what they said to say it right. Chakras. Get into it. That's all I'm gonna say. Get into it. 11/11. Go on. Hey, nothing but love. Remember to go ahead and hit that like button, because if you hit the like button, that helps to get the energy out and get the readings out, so that we can help other people receive these messages and receive the knowledge as well. That helps the algorithm, helps my algorithm to get me out. Go ahead and follow me or subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell, because I don't upload on a regular schedule. I'm gonna start doing more videos like this is gonna like get into it, teaching about crystals, energy, like incense and things like that, like truly getting to the base of it, the root of it, to dispel any ignorance and fear, false evidence appearing real over the natural energies that God gave to us, that fear mongers told us was not. Go in peace.